Welcome back to Transline Hollywood, and we have our fabulous guest with us here,
Leigh.
And
I'm Suzanne.
The wonderful Suzanne, and I'm Camille. We today are going to talk about, the first time people use bathrooms as a female. So just tell me, what was it like the first time that you used the female bathroom?
I was terrified. I was afraid I was going to get arrested, but I had to go. So I went. And I was very careful to sit down. I know some people don't sit. Some ladies don't really sit anymore, but I wanted to make sure my feet were pointed in the correct position.
Mm-hmm. And what about you? Can you remember the first time you used a female bathroom?
I think, my big thing was always, probably still is shut up.
What do you mean?
Well, women can be very social in bathrooms,
women.
and men are not.
Yeah,
men go in and
do the business,
do their thing, and there's no chit chat, and women are not.
Men
like
do
that.
not talk in the men's room.
Yeah.
Women always talk.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Yeah.
makeup, borrow a bit of this,
Mm-hmm.
borrow a bit of that,
It's always, or even under the stalls, even, and it's. Hand me some toilet paper, and so I try to, still to this day, I just try to just keep my mouth closed and do a lot of smiling. A trans woman, probably a trans man, going into the other gender's restroom for the first time is huge. It's huge, and it also, we bring to it quite a unique perspective.
What's the first thing that you hear when you go to the ladies' room?
You mean the sound of the toilet seat cover coming out of the holder and being flipped and
More than that, the noise of?
Oh, the noise of water hitting water.
Yes.
And we're not talking at the sink either. Yeah.
We're talking about spray. You call it sprinkler?
Sprinklers and hoses.
Sprinklers and hoses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'll tell you one thing that I still think about every single time is, does it sound natural? I think everybody gets, don't stand up in front of the toilet. Sit down, whatever you have to do, is just sit down, and doing all of that, I sound different because my plumbing's quite a little bit different.
But if you have any experience listening in the ladies' room,
all
women spray and men hose, and there's a different sound when the moisture hits the water.
So we need to have some kind of an apparatus that will turn a hose into a sprayer. Yeah.
So what do you think about then, now with all these, laws trying to pass about trans people not being able to use the bathrooms of their gender choice?
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I've never known, and I've known a lot of trans people, I've never known a trans person who I think would ever put themselves or somebody else in a position of taking advantage, of abusing the right to use it, put it that way. I can't imagine that like say in school, that a 12-year-old young trans girl would want to have anything but elimination happen in a bathroom. I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
So I think those new laws are those that are just made for people who just would rather that Suzanne and I go back into some shadow and disappear.
And guess what? That's not going to happen.
We're not going.
I know these two of these no shadow disappearing into, let me tell you.
No. Well, Suzanne did have... Anyway,
that's a whole nother episode.
You promised you wouldn't bring that up.
Thank you. for coming to Transline Hollywood, and we have lots of videos for you, so please stay and watch the next one. There's a button here somewhere that you can press to go to the next video. So thank you, and thank you to our wonderful esteemed guest.
I'm Leigh.
And thank you
Suzanne.
to my wonderful, fabulous
Bye.
cohort. Bye.
I'm gonna break me a million hearts. I'm hell on his, baby, I'm coming for